Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest in the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. All right, so today I am in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and I'm at the MicroCap Conference. And let me tell you, my first time attending this conference in person, and it has been a ball. Great keynote, great speakers, a lot of meetings taking place here, a lot of publicly traded company, been a lot. And my guest today is one of the sponsors of the conference, Mark. So Mark, hey, I'm glad I could snag you and get you away from your booth and your table for a minute to do this. So thank you for coming on.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
So Mark, have you been to one of these MicroCap conferences before, or?
Yeah, so this is our second year sponsoring the conference. We sponsored it last year. They ran it at Caesars.
Yeah.
I think it was the inaugural conference for the MicroCap, and then this is year 2 of it. So we're actually involved with deal flow and other events as well. And when they added the MicroCap conference, we just decided to continue our relationship with them and also sponsor this one.
Yeah. So what do you think, I go to a lot of conferences. What do you think makes this one so special?
I think, honestly, the venue's a lot better this year. I really think it's just about networking. I mean, all the firms that sponsor come to obviously brand their firm or their company, their bank. But I think for me, personally, it's a networking event. It's getting out there, seeing all the people that you don't regularly see, but you work with. And in today's world, it's Zoom calls or team calls. And it's really nice to get in front of people live and really just get a better feel for people's personalities versus through a computer screen. Agreed.
I mean, I don't know if you made it to the launch party yesterday, but I did. I was like, come on now, this is what we get together, right?
Yeah, it was great. I enjoyed the launch party, just seeing different people I haven't seen in a while.
Amazing. So let's talk a little bit about your firm. Tell us a little bit more about what you do.
So Withum is a full audit, tax, and advisory firm. I personally am an audit partner. But we also do full tax services. We do advisory, we do cybersecurity. We do a lot of different services, fair value assistance. We have valuation groups. We do litigation support. So we do a variety of things between audit, tax, and advisory.
So new presidency, a lot of things going on. A lot of, especially in this crowd, talk about what's going on in the microcap space. So what's on your radar? What are you looking at? What is your firm looking at?
I think we're looking at, we're hoping a little bit of deregulation. And I think we talked about it on the panel earlier this morning. I think the new administration and the changeover at the SEC is going to help a little bit with that. I think it's going to take a while to trickle to the accounting function versus, directly into the capital markets. I think when the previous administration came into power, we needed more regulation, and somebody referred to the space as the Wild Wild West. I think it was a little too loose, but it went a little too far when the administration changed over in 2021. I think now we're hoping over time, they'll back off a little bit, open up the capital markets a little bit. I mean, you're not seeing regular way IPOs. The SPAC IPO died with the new administration. So I think we're going to see I would hope a market pick up, and hopefully we're here to support it and help everyone get where they need to go. Yeah.
Speaking from your firm's standpoint, and you're thinking about these microcap companies, like how are you working with them? Like what type of companies how do they get the most value out of working with your team?
We're very specialized, I would say, by industry verticals. So the majority of our clients in this space are either in the life science, biotech, or technology space. So those are really where we focus a lot of our time. There's other spaces. There's, you have oil and gas and all the other different industries. But I would say from a microcap perspective, that's where we really spend most of our time. And most of the companies we're working with, we're the audit team usually. So we're doing the PCOB audit that needs to go into their public filing, whether they're trying to IPO or whether they're already public and they're doing their regular registrant filings, 10Ks, 10Qs.
Any other trends you're following right now in the market in relation to that?
Yeah, so I think, and I mentioned it on our panel, a lot of firms, we're a mid-market firm, right? You have your big 4+2, you have the KPMGs, the PwCs, the big ones, and then you have BDO, you have Grant Thornton. We're in that middle level, and a lot of the firms in that level are leaving the space. They don't want to be in the microcap. They don't really want to be in the public space because of all the regulation. You're having a lot. I think that the cutoff from the regulatory side is 100 registrants. So if you audit more than 100 public companies, you're due for inspection by the PCOB every year. When you go under 100, it's every 3 years. And the lens that they're looking at you is not nearly as strict. So I think firms in that
so
mid-market.
So if you get to that 101, then you're on the radar.
You're on the radar.
Yeah.
and you're every year, and the cost to do those inspections is a lot internally for a firm.
Yeah.
The risk profile changes for your firm. So I think firms have pushed to get under 100, so they're not in that world anymore. And we're seeing a lot of companies that need new auditors just because the auditor they don't want to be over 100, so they're shedding clients.
So the microcap, the microcap client would probably be the one first cut, right? Because that's going to be the smaller.
Correct. Yeah, and that's where we're seeing a lot of the opportunities come across our desk. Maybe with the change in regulation, you may see companies change their mind. I'm not overly sure. I think the other thing that's driving that's private equity. I don't know if you see in the news. You probably don't follow accounting news, but private equity firms are buying accounting firms, and they don't want that risk either. So that's part of the equation of why they're getting under 100, because they don't want the private equity group doesn't want that risk profile.
Well, Mark, I know you got a lot to do here. I snagged you in the middle of the conference. Last thing I want you to do is look into the camera and tell everyone if they want to learn more, how they can follow up and how they can connect with your team.
Sure. If you want to learn more about Withum, you can just go right onto our website, withum.com. It links everything from there. We have all of our advisory partners, all of our contacts. We have over 200 partners, so you can go right on there. All the industries are laid out, withum.com.
Fantastic. And for everybody that's watching, just so you know, we'll definitely put the links in the show notes so you can just click on the link and head right on over. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show. Each and every day we're bringing you new content, new ideas, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way on your journey as well. So again, hit that subscribe or follow button. And Mark, man, appreciate you making some time for us.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.